Greetings, folks. I'm taking my first sip of the day with you, quite literally. This pot turned out good this morning. Pearl's Cinnamon Nut Swirl is my favorite blend coffee. I drink others, but that's been my favorite for years. So, folks, it's the 1st of April, Friday, and it's Bandcamp Friday. And I got up this morning and posted my new EP on my Bandcamp page. I just came back from the store, and I see that I have sales already. Thank you, people. And also, judging by some of the comments, I'm not the only one who feels that music. When I shared with you the track yesterday, and I love that track, but I love all four that I sent that are on the new EP. Chelsea, all these titles of these songs are just working titles. They don't really have any meaning, really. I can give them meaning. But Chelsea, all of these, four of these, I like all four of them really strongly. But Chelsea is the one that, like the reaction I was having on the one I played for you, Ert. I get the same strong power feeling from that track for all of them. So I hope you do too. I need to do some quick business before I talk general music. Friend who bought the stuff yesterday before, and you tell me you have music online, I'll check you out. Thank you. Thank you. But I need to let you folks know, don't miss out on this CD. This is put out by Randy's Alternative Music in Pittsburgh. The World is Burning. This is old stuff of mine from the 90s. This is music that are from my archives. A lot of it is music that I never intended to release. Made it for my own purposes. Me playing guitar, bass, keyboards, some real drums. But over the years, I would share these recordings with my friend Randy Lemasters in Pittsburgh, who is a huge fan of my music, starting out back in my days in Digital Sex. He was a huge fan of this band. And this came out originally through the French Sordide Sentimentale label, very collectible. It's still available through the French label. And then Randy remastered and retracked that Digital Sex and made it Essence and Rarities, 82 to 87. And he's selling these as well on his Randy's Alternative Music. Those are on his website. But this is on my Bandcamp site. And I dare say that some of you will really be surprised how much you like this old stuff of mine. So grab it, as well as show support to other artists that you know that are on Bandcamp. Michael P. Dawson. I'd like to shout him out and encourage you all to check out his music and buy some of his stuff. That's good. That's good. Just since I'm kind of excited about, the release of the music, it means a lot to share it with you. I've gone ahead and decided I'm going to go ahead and do a full-length physical CD release. What's out today is just digital. You can burn a copy for yourself if you want. But I'm going to put out a 14-track album this year. I've already decided I'm going to name it Perspective. And all 4 tracks that are on what I released today will be on the full-length album, plus other stuff that is just as good and some is actually better. In my humble opinion, I made it for me, and I'm loving it. So, what's here to show you that I played yesterday? I was busy yesterday with stuff, so I didn't play a lot of records. But I played Massive Attack versus Mad Professor. No Protection remixed by the Mad Professor. Love me some Massive Attack and the Mad Professor. Got to see Massive Attack when they came to America for the first time in 1998, I think it was. Went up to First Avenue Minneapolis, where parts of Purple Rain were recorded. I played at First Avenue 2 in the small part, 7th Street entry. Massive Attack were fantastic. I loved them. Among other things, online, what I've been doing, since I can't participate in the collecting groups on Facebook, which I enjoy a lot, since I can't do that, I found myself just plainly listening to what I was listening to yesterday, as well as working on some other projects. And I pulled up, I had been listening to some old psychedelic and garage rock singles online. Just stuff that I never heard, and that's been fun. So it caused me to pull this album along those same lines out of my collection, the Racket Squad, Corners of Your Mind. This goes back to 1969, and the end psychedelia, the true deal of counterculture psychedelia was well over by 1969, but they were still working on marketing it. And this is a band that's probably was a white soul band that decided to jump on the bandwagon because they can play. Number one, they're good musicians, and they do Get Out My Life Woman. That's by Alan Toussaint, and that's just that was like one of those signature songs that bands did back in the day to show you what we're all about. But this is actually pretty good when they try the more psychedelic stuff. It's pretty good. Corners of Your Mind, the Racket Squad. Frankly, those are the only records I played yesterday. Like I said, I got busy with projects. And yeah, so I'm keeping it short like that. If you see this Pat Bullock and you feel like getting a hold of me today, give me a shout. I'll be busy this morning. But I might have some time to sit around if you want. At the store, I was almost the only person masked up. Is COVID really over? I'm remaining cautious. I haven't checked the news. Well, actually, I have heard the news today, and all I have to say is that it's really unfortunate that for so many decades while growing up, we were under this false image that the planet was run by decent people, that leaders and politicians actually cared about the world. Come to find out that what we're dealing with is criminals and thugs and thieves and people, psychopaths and sociopaths. Yes, I'm referring to the ongoing madness in Ukraine, but also the rest of the world and how it's all tied into oil and money and all the wrong shit. So thank goodness for music, musicians, and art and artists. It saves my soul. That's what I'll be doing today is working on choosing artwork for this CD because I've already chosen the tracks. Once I decide to do things and motivate, I get things done. And that's just how I operate. So that's what I'm up to today. Okay, I'll do one pull. I haven't pulled from down here below. So let's see what we get down over here. And I have to look away because again I look and then I know what I get. Stevie Wonder, my Cherie Amour, down in the W's towards the end of my collection here. And this one goes back, although this is not my original copy. This is a replacement. I had this when it came out. And Stevie Wonder, is he a role model? Is he someone I look up to? Yeah. A specific black man role model? Yeah, if you want it like that. Yeah. He's a genius. He's one of the greatest musicians ever. To this day, he is so eloquent when he speaks. And I love his heart. He's a human. This album has one of my favorite songs, Angie Girl. Have you heard that song? It's a beautiful song. Angie Girl. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. That does remind me, I was going to mention earlier that one of the things I've been doing, as I always do, nerding out, looking at information, was I caught a couple of interviews and watched them with Michael Beinhorn, the producer and musician, and then Bill Laswell, the musician bass player, and Martin Bisi, part of the New York contingent of the underground. These are great musicians and artists. Excuse me. I was really pleased to hear several times the band The Muffins mentioned, because they were doing things in that circle. There was, I can't remember the specific, but it was really cool to hear Dave Newhouse's band The Muffins mentioned several times. And I'll let you know that Dave Newhouse will be on my new album. He did some flute and organ parts for me on one song, and I've chosen one of the flute parts to include. So one of the members of the Muffins, who is now going under the name Mana Mirage, will be on my new album. First time I'm having anyone guest on my record since my very first solo album. Chris Oliver sang a song on that one, and I still really like what you did on that. If you see this, Chris, nice job. So folks, please show us your support on Bandcamp today. Thank you so much, folks.